ladies, this is your 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in warm-up. All right, ladies, please hold up on your practice. Please hold on your minutes. The warm-up has completed. Give us 60 minutes to get the pin centers back in the storybook. Does anyone need their arrow reversed? All right, ladies, pin centers will automatically reset first ball cycle. When that's complete and your arrows are up, good luck and good roll.
Hi, Rex.
Good evening and welcome back to Bowl TV for the second elimination round here at the 2017 USBC Senior Queens. We were at Circle Bowl in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm Aaron Smith with USBC Communications. And we're having a matchup some probably would have thought reserved for tomorrow, possibly a fourth consecutive year in the title match, but circumstances have changed. We have a Tish Johnson and Robin Romeo, USBC and PWBA Halls of Famers. There we go. Been a long day. Squaring off on lanes 13 and 14. This is the elimination bracket. One of them will have their 2017 Senior Queens conclude tonight. On 11 and 12, the 2010 champion Shar Hamill taking on Melody Felton. Have a total of 8 elimination matches going on lanes 1 through 16. So the quick rundown here, about 13 and 14, obviously Tish and Robin, big names on the PWBA tour for a long, long time. 42 titles between them. Tish with 25, Robin with 17. But here at the Senior Queens, these two have met the last 3 years in the title match. And Robin has been victorious each time, became the first player to win 3 consecutive. She took home the title in 2016. But Romeo qualified second overall. Ended up getting bounced to the elimination bracket in her very first match, catching Inger Bortolazzo. Bortolazzo delivered a 677 to 628 victory to send Robin to the elimination bracket. Bortolazzo went undefeated for the day, ended up beating 2011 champion Paula Vidal in her next match as well. For Tish, she won her first match, defeating Panama's Lizette Aboud, but could not defeat Panama twice as Idissa Andrade defeated Tish in round 2, 691 to 565. So both players ending up in the elimination bracket. Robin had to bowl last round. Tish had that round off. Robin defeated Christina Niles 584 to 512 to set up this matchup. So in the title match, it has been just 1-game matches. Here we got a 3-game match, total pinfall determining who keeps their tournament hopes alive. This is the Burn squad. We had fresh oil for the first round. Some other matches going on around us on lanes 9 and 10. Paula Vidal, as we mentioned, the 2011 champion. Great shot there from Tish. Taking on Penny Fetterman from Sweet Home, Oregon. And over on 15 and 16, Mei-Ling Billingsley is against Beth Owen Chipolowski. We'll do our best to keep you updated on all those matches as we make our way through. You can see the bracket and more by visiting bull.com/Senior Queens. There's also a link in the description below the video. You can go ahead and click on that. Should be updated through the most recent round. As we mentioned, this is the burn, but pattern 40 feet in length, 25.75 mils on the volume using the Kegel Prodigy oil. Kegel is the official lane maintenance provider of USBC Championship events. Also a gold industry partner along with Hammer, Columbia 300, and Storm. So big thanks to them for continuing to do what they do to help promote a future for the sport. This is our, I believe, third look today at Melody Felton. We covered the last game of qualifying, which started at 9 a.m. Eastern. Had a nice game, 2:44. Then we caught her for her first bracket match. Melody, defeated Mandy Wilson to start things off for the day, but then fell to top seed Lucy Sandlin, 643 to 533. Make her way to the elimination bracket. For Char Hamill, the 2010 champion. She lost her opening round match to Yolanda Garrett, 538 to 516, but won her next match in the elimination bracket, defeating Debbie Ayers, 525 to 517. Nice shot there by Felton, making it a double, the head coach at Grandview. She helped the Vikings to a trip to Baton Rouge at the Intercollegiate Team Championships just last month in April. Hamill won her title in 2010 in El Paso, Texas, denying Janine Primrose title defense. She gets the leg kick on the 10. First trouble we've seen from Tish here in game one, 4-6-7. Big shout out to Circle Bowl and their staff for all the help this week. Char Hamill makes it 4 in a row, off to a great start. These players have gotten pretty familiar with the transition of the oil in the past 2 days. A lot of games bowled in the past 2 days. They had 10 games of qualifying yesterday. 5 in the first block on the fresh, then no re-oil. 5 more games to get 10 in. Had a fresh squad to start today to get the 15 total games of qualifying in. The field was then cut to the top 31 along with defending champion Robin Romeo, who's guaranteed a spot in the field regardless of her qualifying position, but improved it, nearly catching qualifying leader Lucy Sandlin. Sandlin still in the winner's bracket. I'll actually go ahead and get you a list of winners bracket matches for tomorrow. All these will be at 9 a.m. Eastern. Great way to start your Friday here on Bull TV. We mentioned Sandlin, the top seed. She will be taking on Ann Sperling. Sperling joining us from New Jersey. Edissa Andrade from Panama, who defeated Tish Johnson in round 2 of the winner's bracket, will be taking on Christy Witcher from Belfair, Washington. Christy, very memorable match here on Bull TV, taking on Karen Barkle of Albuquerque, coming down to the final shot, recorded a 672 to 671 victory. We mentioned Inger Bortolazzo, joining us from Santa Barbara, California, knocking off 2 Senior Queens champions. She'll have to beat another one if she wants to make it to the semifinals. Waiting in the wings, Hall of Famer Anne-Marie Dugan, the 2012 champion. And our final winners bracket matches, Shell Kessler from Kansas will be taking on Dawn Leonard out of Virginia. This week's definitely been more of a low-scoring event, so it's all about making shots, making spares, staying out of trouble. We saw a few early round upsets, if you will. Some players who snuck into the field at the end, hitting the reset button, and that's one of the great things about Senior Queens, as well as Masters and Senior Masters, is just gotta make it to the bracket, then you get a fresh start. Pins do not carry over, so everybody starts at 0-0. You just gotta beat the person you're bowling against. Miscue from Hamill in the 8th frame. Does hold the advantage with the 4-bagger in the middle there. Great cover, Robin Romeo. You almost expect her to make those nowadays. Just a fantastic spare shooter. See if Shar can make a run of her own at the 2-4-10. Liz definitely got that one left a little bit quicker. Putting the last 2 through the nose, making the adjustment. Delivers the strike in the 8th frame. Better shot. Make it a double. Tish making the adjustments. Find some momentum and going into the 10th. Still get to 216 this game. Romeo delivers in the foundation frame. Max score for her, 198. For the players advancing out of this elimination bracket, we'll still have, or this elimination round, I should say, still have a long way to go. Would have to win their next 3 matches to make it to the elimination bracket 4-player final. When we get to that final, 4 players go in. 3-game match. The 3 highest series make the stepladder finals. Whoever has the low series in that match ends up finishing in 6th place. Great shot there from Shar to kick off the 10th. Gets us back on track after a few opens. Flirting with disaster there for a moment, Tish. So 7-10. Think about standing. It knew better though. 7-pin got out of the way. Miscue in the 10th. As close as we can get. 1-pin advantage to Robin Romeo, 184 to 183. Penny Fenneman is going to have the Game 1 advantage over Paula Vidal over on 9 and 10. 50-pin advantage for Shar Hamill over Melody Felton, 206 to 156. Beth Owen Chipolowski will take a Game 1 lead over Mei-Ling Billingsley. As Tish gets him to crumble. Kick off Game 2. There's a pretty good shot there from Melody. Looks like she made the adjustment, just ran just a touch high, leaves the 4. 7-10 thought about standing. Last 10th frame for Tish on lane 14. Does stand on 13 for an early open. Penny Fenneman of 206 to 178 over Paula Vedette. Looks like 191 to 176. Owen Chipolowski ahead of Billingsley. That match on 15 and 16. Question in the chat from Carol. From my understanding, it was supposed to be the top 8 super seniors who missed the cut would be, or would have the opportunity to bowl in a bracket if it was a step ladder. I may have misunderstood that. Certainly could be. I believe that starts at 10 a.m. local time here. Thought that was going to make the corner there for Melody. Ends up leaving bucket minus the 4-pin. Tish gets the spare ball back on track. Romeo takes the early advantage, 3 out of 4 strikes. Char looking pretty comfortable here in the early going. 2:06 in the opener. Early double here. Looks like Tish is going to make a ball change. Knows she can't let too many frames get away against her fellow Hall of Famer. Carol, I will send a note to Mr. Greg Moore. Excellent shot there from Tish. See if we can confirm that here for you. Oh, wow. Jeez. Seven nine sneaks in there in the sixth frame for Romeo. However, before that did increase her overall lead. It's up by one after game one. Number currently at 29 pins. Don't want to change too much after a tough break like that. Trip two, right-hander's best friend. Melody Felton cashing it in. Joining us from Colfax, Iowa. Let us know where you're watching from. And if you like what you're seeing, please feel free to give us a thumbs up right below the video there. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Bowl TV. Give you updates of when our live events are running, as well as when stuff gets uploaded. You can see it down the road. Turns the trip 2 into a double. Taking care of the 8-pin. Bucket with the biscuit. Covered by Hamill. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Question in the chat from Lefty Bowler. A look or an update on 15 and 16, that match. Beth Owen, Chipolowski, and Mei-Ling Billingsley. After one, Beth was up 191 to 176. They're getting ready to start the seventh frame. Beth has started off with 3 spares and added 3 consecutive strikes. Pair of opens for Mei-Ling. So,
hey gentlemen, are you going to pay attention while we turn on 15?
so there's the update on that match. Beth in control, but still game and a half to go. Char Hamill throwing it great here. Second elimination round of the 2017 USBC Senior Queens. We are at Circle Bowl in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This will be the final round of today on Bowl TV. We'll be back tomorrow for continued coverage of match play throughout, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern, until we make it down to the stepladder finals. Top 5 making it out of the bracket. We'll advance to that. Scheduled start time for that, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 local time here in Baton Rouge. If you're in the area, feel free to stop on by, check it out. Just enough of the 4-pin. Robin Romeo holding a 395 to 330 advantage over Tish Johnson with 1 game left to go. For Carol in the chat, we do have a bracket. It's not up online yet, but I can at least read it off, and if anyone else is listening. So what's happening here, not on the lanes, but for tomorrow, for the top 8 super seniors who missed the cut, we've usually had a prize fund available for them. And it was just a thing where they just got the money afterwards, so we thought, hey, it'd be cool to have an extra little bracket. So the top 8 outside the number will be back on the lanes tomorrow, 10 a.m. local time. And here are the matchups. First player out of the main bracket was Judy Vogel, locally here out of Louisiana. She will be taking on Milka Vargas. The 4-5 matchup will feature Lynn Minning taking on Linda Andrews. On the other side of the bracket, the number 3 seed will be Jennifer Nelson taking on number 6 seed Guadalupe Coparopa. In our final matchup, the 2 seed will be Velma Watson taking on the 7 seed Karen Whiteside. So something you won't necessarily see on Bowl TV, but will be taking place here at Circle Bowl. Char Hamill holding the 416 to 326. Advantage over Melody Felton. good shot for Melody to kick things off. Looking to make a comeback. Keep her tournament hopes alive. That strike's so powerful. Extra pins on the deck. You get rid of those before the next shot. Questions in the chat. Marcella, thanks for tuning in. Mailing just through the last 4 to get to 195. So she's at 371 for her 2 games. Gonna have some work to do in the finals though, or the final game. Gonna be down a little bit. Corey, finals are staying here at Circle Bowl. Andrew, thanks for checking in. Just me this week. I do not have an update at the moment on lanes 1 through 8. These monitors a little tough to read from afar. Wow. 710, frame 4. We saw Tish have one of those on lane 13 last game. .210 finish for Beth Owen Chipolowski. Looks like 401 to 371 in her matchup against Billingsley. Penny Fenneman in the books at 179. Her 2-game total, 385. Paula Vidal stepping up in the 10th with a chance to strike out to get to 181. That would help her pick up a few pins. Gets the first one in the 10th. Front 4 for Melody Felton. So Tish was down 65 pins. Can imagine the consistent Robin Romeo is not going to give too many frames away. 7-10 sneaking up last time. So Tish is going to have to find a way to get a few strikes in there. And just as I say that, back-to-back opens. Wow. All right, Jason. Get your number 2 sharpened and ready. We're still early in the match. Beth Owen Chipolowski has gone 9 spare strike. And Mei Ling has only bowled in the first frame. She has a spare. She's getting ready to step up on lane 16 for her second frame. You'll see the ball going down the lane right about now. Crossover strike. So they're even through 2. Sends the head pin around the 10. And can Tish jump on the opportunity? Penny Fenneman leading a 385 to 349 over Paula Vidal over on lanes 9 and 10. Shar liking that right lane. 3 for 3 so far. Gets the finish on that lane. But has yet to get all 10 to fall. Had a pretty big lead heading into the final game. 90 pins. But Melody Felton starting off strong. Front 5. 9 spare in the 6th. Robin Romeo tosses a no-doubter in the 7th frame, ending that streak of 3 consecutive opens. Kick that 10-out melody. That's a big double right there. Did not reel from the back-to-back-to-back open frames. Tish just not getting the hits when she does get to the pocket. Again, this is game 3 of 3, the second elimination round here at the 2017 Senior Queens, and no words needed for that. Got to see Melody Felton throw a few strikes over the course of today. It's going to fall a little bit short her run to the stepladder finals here at the Senior Queens, but hopefully her collegiate players at Grandview enjoyed the opportunity to see Coach toss some strikes. Grandview, an up-and-coming program. The USBC collegiate ranks, looking to finish it out strong. And Robin Romeo putting the finishing touches on a win here. Don't see 3 opens very often, if ever, from the 3-time Senior Queens champion, but responded how you'd expect her to, righting the wrongs and tossing some strikes against arguably one of her toughest opponents out there. So Romeo finishes with the back six for 214, 609. Her final tally. Nice 236 to finish up for Melody Felton. To get to 562 will not be enough though. Char Hamill bowled really well. That was just a well bowled 3 games by Char. A few miscues late in game 1, but made a lot of quality shots. And she will be moving on to more bowling tomorrow. Since we had so many people ask, since we've got a few frames left, we will turn the cameras over to 15 and 16 and catch the conclusion of the Mei-Ling Billingsley and Beth Owen Chipolowski match. As soon as we get our final shot here. Final total 609 to 514. Robin Romeo over Tish Johnson. And a well bowled 632 to 562 victory. Char Hamill over Melody Felton. All right, everyone, bear with us. We will start moving the cameras over to 15 and 16. All right, the update on this match on 15 and 16. We had Beth up by 30 pins, 401 to 371. This is Mei-Ling's 8th frame. She was working on, ninth frame, excuse me. An open in the 8th. She was at 122. Beth striking the 8th. She was at 147 in the 7th. So Beth in great position to advance. The extremely tall Greg Moore is awkwardly in the shot and he doesn't even know it. So that was Beth's 9th frame. So Owen Chipolowski going to be advancing to the next round, but Mei-Ling well represented in the chat, so one final look over there. And as soon as they wrap up, we'll go over to the Paula Vidal and Penny Fetterman match over on 9 and 10. And then after that, we'll go ahead, we'll close up shop for the day. We'll remind you a lot of times to join us once again at 9 a.m. Eastern on Bowl TV to start the final day, the stepladder finals, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on Bowl TV. Be sure to keep an eye on bowl.com. Later tonight, we'll have a recap going up. We'll also share that on social media, the official USBC Sport of Bowling page on Facebook and at USBC on Twitter. At some point, I will probably eat dinner. I bet it will be delicious. So it looks like Beth's in the books at 582. Mei Ling at 533. So we still got 7th, 8th, and 9th, or 8th, 9th, and 10th over on 9 and 10. Let's go there. All right. Camera's adjusted one more time. This match was a 385-349 advantage to Penny Fetterman. That was the 8th frame for Vidal, the 2011 champion. She opened in the 7th. Fetterman also opened in the 7th frame. She had added 5 pins to her lead, so the difference was 41. So max score for Paula Vidal at this point, 201. Penny on a 176 pace. So Paula would need some help along with striking out to make up the difference. 610. In the 9th frame. So if you're Paula, all you can do right now, strike out, put some pressure on your opponent. That you never know. Penny takes care of the spare. Paula in the 9th frame. Needs it. Blade, trip of the 10. Looks like all the other bowling going on this side is also in frame 10. So we will get this frame and then we will be done for the day. So we get the opportunity. A big thanks to everyone for joining us, even if it was just for a few minutes or you spent as much time here as I did. We certainly appreciate it. Please tell your friends, share it on social that tomorrow's going to be an exciting day here on Bowl TV. Senior Queens conclusion as Vedad making it interesting here as we prepare to wrap up. We've seen her get pretty excited over the years. Definitely fun to watch. I think if she got this one, we might see a pretty big reaction. Possibly it's just kind of getting ahead of her opponent as well. And 10 pin stays. So that'll drop her max down to 190 for this game. That would put her at 539. Penny Fenneman would just need decent count to lock up the win and eliminate the 2011 champion. An awkward 7 count, but should be enough. So Paula would have gotten that 10 pin to fall out. Fenneman may have had to pick this up, but she'll hold on for a 544, 539 victory. Move on to bowling tomorrow, so that's going to do it for. I'll let Greg Moore do it.
2017 USBC Senior Queens. Action picks up tomorrow with both elimination and winners bracket matches. Matches begin at 8 a.m. The step ladder finals for the 2017 crown will be promptly at 5:30. See you tomorrow.
All right. If you didn't catch Greg on the intercom, we'll tell you right here. Bowling will continue tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, here on Bowl TV. 8 players remain in the winner's bracket. Another 8 in the elimination bracket, so down to 16 players in contention to take home the tiara and $6,000 top prize. Stepladder finals tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Top 5 will make it there. But that's going to do it for now from Circle Bowl in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is the 2017 USBC Senior Queens. And I'm Aaron Smith with USBC Communications. I appreciate you guys keeping me company. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Have an excellent evening. And be sure to keep an eye on bowl.com. Sport of Bowling USBC on Facebook and at USBC on Twitter for a recap of all of today's action. You guys take care. We will see you soon on Bowl TV.